Hello, this video is about fractionation. I'm Tana at Tonic Wellspring, and to elaborate on the information I've shared previously regarding self-hypnosis and hypnotherapy in general, I wanted to follow up with some information about what is called fractionation. Fractionation is a term used to describe a process by which we get pulled in and out of theta brainwaves, a state of hypnosis. And it can actually be a process that's used for an induction. That is the way we enter into a deeper state of hypnosis, deeper and faster with every return. So I often tell clients when we're preparing to go into a session that it's very common for us to have thoughts that come and go. And also there are plenty of times when the office I have space in, there's noises down the hallway sometimes, or footsteps outside of the building. There can be distractions that come. And whether it's our own thoughts or an external distraction that pull us out of a state of hypnosis, the truth is that doesn't have to harm the process. It can actually enhance the process. When we have already understood fractionation and then amplify it with the suggestion that any outer world distractions or inner world distractions that bring us out can ultimately take us deeper if we choose to return, then we are going to have that experience of being able to return like a bookmark. In the process, we just pick up where we left off. Not only do we pick up where we left off, but we can actually go deeper. So, for example, say we're going into a progressive relaxation process and relaxing the crown of the head, the forehead smoothing out, cheeks become more soft and supple, jaw becomes a little more loose and slack. Another nice deep letting go breath, starting to shift gears. And as we go through that process, eventually the way that I'm trained to do this process is to also ask questions, which can naturally bring you out of a theta brainwave state into an alpha state, or even beta, which is normal waking consciousness. And that process of being pulled out of it is enough, though, to bring subconscious material to the conscious. And then when you choose to return into that depth of hypnosis, the theta brainwaves, you can actually experience an even more immersive quality. So that's what we mean by deeper and faster with every return. Fractionation is that process of being pulled out of and put back into that state of hypnosis through your own volition. Sometimes hypnotists will encourage their subjects, their clients, to open their eyes and close their eyes, and open their eyes and close their eyes, and perhaps they're using the phrase sleep and then wake, and sleep and then wake. The reality is hypnosis is not indeed sleep. We aren't going all the way into delta brainwaves. We are accessing theta brainwaves. But that phrase and those suggestions have been used to illustrate how deeply relaxed you can become. So when I ask a question too, like whether imagine a color you love and say that color out loud, that act of saying it might pull you out a little. But then as you imagine a color you love flowing through you, you can settle back into an even more immersive experience of those theta brainwaves. So that's fractionation. It's coming in and out of theta brainwaves, and the reality that by coming out of them, we can actually go back into them even more deeply and completely. Fractionation in a nutshell, more to be explored and experienced, but that gives you a little information, and it helps us to know that there's really no problem with distractions. You leave a bookmark wherever you want to pick up where you left off.